Okay, today I'm running Windows Vista because sooner or later somebody's going to have a comment Windows Vista, and if you watch some of my other videos, I explained I'm not doing Vista. Well, before that happens, here it is, Windows Vista. In my in my opinion, it should have been called Windows Crap Edition, but that name was already taken. Anyways, this is what I'm going to continue with. This is why I hate Vista. It's not because of the setup, but it's because of the lack of drivers. The lack of pretty well the lack of drivers, the lack of support. So if you want to install Windows Vista, here's a tip. Just get Windows 7. It's a lot better. The only time you have to run Vista is when you're upgrading from Windows XP Professional, Home Edition, or what's the last one? Or Media Center. I think those are the three that don't support Direct. And if you haven't upgraded from Windows XP and you're watching it right now, stop the video, watch my video on setup and installation of Windows 7, and get that installed. Go down to your computer store, buy Windows 7, and I'll be back once this thing is finished expanding the files. Okay, now I'm back, and it's pretty well the same setup, just that you have the pictures at the bottom that you can choose. That's about it, I guess. And the password page is right there, but I don't really want to put in the password until I get all the updates. Because it's always good to put in your password after the updates instead of putting it in before. Oh yeah, I also like how you can change. Well, this is for business edition, I'm not sure about home, but I guess it's fine. So you can change it to wherever you want. Yeah, so you always want to put in your password after updates, especially if there's a problem with your computer. It's just a whole lot easier. And I want to set this for home network. Now, I believe that's about it for the main setup. And if I'm lucky, it may crash during the updates, like it did to me 5 other times. Now this is the first time I'm running it in about a year on a virtual machine. That's how bad it is. Experienced a year ago, never want to experience again until now. I should have had a drink before I did this. Oh well, let's stay calm. And while I try to figure out this problem, I'll pause the video. And it seems like there are already problems. I just had to restart it since I guess it crashed, and I'm back at this. You've seen me complete this, right? Man, this is why I hate Vista. Okay. Now I won't change my picture. What? Okay. This is odd. I guess I can select that. Sure. I'm still going to try and change the desktop background. Maybe account picture was a bit much. You see me just complete that, and what? See, I'm already getting problems. First startup. Now I just have to wait for it to load. Yeah, I do have it at 1 gig of memory. And if you ask how I know that, I just set it up like about 5-10 minutes ago. And looking at my system monitor, which I also did a quick review about, included in my Windows 2008, I think. Yeah, Windows 2008 setup. It's about 1 gig over what I usually use. Anyways, if you know about a screen capturing program, post it in the comments. That is free. I don't really want to pay for one, since I'm not really getting any money in yet. But I will be soon, hopefully. And I'll pause this while this thing loads. Okay, after about 3 minutes, I started to do something. I checked the performance. And now it seems like it just went dead as soon as I started. Oh, never mind. Now I should be able to log into my account and remove the other account. I guess I'll include that. I did a setup for Windows 7. If you want to know how to do updates in that, it's pretty well the same thing. Just as Vista. And I'm showing you all the frustration I go through on Vista Business. Or any version of Vista. Now, what I discovered, one of my laptops downstairs, it runs fine and it's running Vista. But on some computers, it's the most horrible piece of software you can find. Now I just have to wait for it to prepare the desktop. Even though that is not hooked up to a domain. There we go. And I thought I always selected this. So say back up to home. Oh my god, I forgot about the user account control. Windows 7 with their user account control is good. Vista, nope. It's really horrible. I forgot that. Oh, that's the second reason why I hate it. Soon enough, there's going to be a major security flaw where if you click the mouse, it will have problems. And yes, I am doing this late at night. But since I have no classes in the morning, I guess it's fine. Now to add or remove an account, you go to this and it opens user account control. It's the same in Windows 7 except for the user account control. So continue. It's already downloading updates. This one, delete the account, delete files, delete account, and there we go. And to turn the guest account on, you just click it. It will ask if you want to turn it on. Now you can create your own guest account, but it won't come out. It won't allow you to choose guest, and I'll exit this sidebar. Select and deselect that. There's a sidebar. With Windows Vista sidebar, that's pretty well the gadgets. So that's why it shows up like that, I guess. And it's going to download 113 updates without letting me review them. This is both good and bad. Good because you're probably not going to click install when you first get your computer. You're probably going to want to get all your programs. But this is bad because what happens if an update is horrible? Let's say it updates something for your hardware that it identified as an important update. And your hardware doesn't run well with that update. Yeah, so this is why it's good and bad at the same time. Just hopefully it didn't hit anything bad. And down here is Windows Security Alerts. It's the same as Windows XP, just with a different scheme. It has everything but the virus protection. Now Windows Defender is pretty well nothing until Windows 8 and Windows 8.1 and Windows 10. And that one is actually Microsoft Microsoft security settings. no, Microsoft Security Essentials. One of the worst virus programs you can use, but it's better than nothing. So I'll just go to a good site to download a better, or download any antivirus, and download Google and everything else. So I'll just pause the video while I do that. Now, one thing I don't recommend is running both the programs at the same time, because one will eventually have to cancel. And it's probably going to be the 9.9 installer. Yeah, don't run Windows Update while you're trying to install a program, because Windows doesn't support installing 2 items at once. I think a Linux distro does, but not Windows or Mac. And I'm not doing Mac operating systems until I actually get the money to buy a Mac. And I'm not building a Hackintosh, because for one, I don't know how, and for two, I don't want to screw up a computer I may be buying in the future. I believe I can use this actually. I'll have to check the computer over first, then decide if I want to install a server. And I'll be back once this is finished. Okay, now it seems like the installation is done. So that's done, and I'm trying out Vista antivirus, which isn't my favorite, mainly since it talks to you. And you would see what I mean if you had like if I had volume. That's also why I want to get another capture program. This is another reason why I hate Vista. Sorry about blowing into the mic. Okay, so with the Vast, it's actually one of the best antiviruses, but actually no, not anymore. And it just said welcome. And it's going to have a startup scan, which is going to tell me that scan completed. Anyways, one thing you want to do when you first get any antivirus is look for the update and update it. Once everything's up to date, I guess then. Settings, let's see what's on settings. Hardened mode is what again? Okay, if inexperienced users are doing that, I guess you can have it moderate or aggressive. Silent gaming mode, not really needed. I don't need the hardened mode, but I'll try it for right now. Let's see, update is right here. Now update the virus definitions. And it seems like I had an error. How about updating the program itself? I guess that's about it. So yeah, updates and all that. And that's done, and before this thing really annoys me by doing some crashing and my time is almost up. And I guess that's about it. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. And have a Happy New Year. Or Happy Holidays if you're one of those people. Okay. Thank you for watching.